Well, hello nail friends and nail babes. Welcome back to the channel where I try to eliminate your nail struggles by trying all the nail things so you don't have to. Nevertheless, if you're new to our channel, come on and join our family. Come on through. You know you want the information, so come on back. And if you're an oldie but goodie, I so appreciate you coming back to join us here in la familia over here in our corner of the YouTube universe. Nevertheless, let us get right along with this video, because if you're here, you're tuned in for information because you are either starting your nail journey or maybe you're just trying to decide like, hey, I want to venture off into a different enhancement. What do I need to do that? So today we are going to talk Polygel. Okay, Polygel. Now I pretty much use this particular Polygel. This is the Gershon Polygel that I primarily use on myself and people. Like, I personally acrylic and hard gel than anything, but this is the Polygel that you can use. This by the brand Gershon. They are on Amazon, which is a wonderful thing because these are very huge tubes. I think these are what, 30 ml tubes. Yep, these are 30 ml tubes, where most Polygel tubes come in at around about 15 mls. They're kind of really small. So Gershon sells a good kit. I'm not sure what the price is. I'll see if I can't maybe link it for you down in the card so that you can get an idea of what the price is. But Polygel, if you don't know, is basically, the best way to explain it, it's basically hard gel mixed with acrylic. The only thing that's good about this is that there is no smell, and you are able to kind of mold it into place on whatever nail it is, on whatever enhancement you're trying to go on top of, and you don't have to worry about it moving around on you until you are ready to cure. So this is the Gershon Polygel set, and it comes with 6 different colors. There's natural pink, dark pink, white, bean red, clear, and skin color. So let's see if I can't go ahead, since we are already talking about Polygel, I might as well go ahead and show you said colors of Polygel. So I really like this kit for the simple fact because it does come with everything. It also usually includes dual forms in that as well. And I did not actually I actually don't use the dual forms, and you can, but I'll probably go ahead and grab them so that by the end of the video you can go ahead and see them, because you can use them to form out the nail it is that you want on your nail. I'm sure a lot of you have seen lots of TikToks and other YouTube videos where they're squeezing the Polygel out onto your nail and then putting it on the form and curing it. I know Kiara Sky has a lot of videos. Gelish has videos. My cart has a lot of videos. I'm trying to think who else pretty much is known. I know Burano has it, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I know that they haven't gotten the best reviews because their Polygel is really sticky. I personally would say that if you're going to go with Polygel, that you want to probably go ahead and use either Gershon, McCart, Gelish if you can, and I know Madam Glam has a really awesome Polygel in that, but I personally just love this. I actually use this for my toes because it holds up up to water a lot better than acrylic. So I know a lot of people like to get acrylic toes, but acrylic is porous and it can suck in water. So here are the 6 colors. I'm going to zoom in for you. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. So here are the colors of Polygel that we have here. It's pretty much like I said again, you have natural pink, you have dark pink, you have white, you have bean red, you have, let's see what color this is, clear, and last but not least, you have skin color. I personally love to use the dark pink or the skin color on my toes. The clear is very good for capping. It's actually it's actually a very clear Polygel. So that's if you're going ahead and you're starting with Polygel, but let me get into the rest of what you need to go with said Polygel, okay? Because this stuff, like I said, it doesn't move until you're ready to cure it. But let's get that out the way so that you can see the rest of the things that you need. You are going to need a little jar, and you're going to need your Polygel brush. So on one end of the Polygel brush, it has a spatula for you to be able to pick the Polygel off of. out of the jar, and then the other half of the brush, is your brush, which helps you to be able to pat the polygel into place. Now the reason I said that you need a container is because if you don't get slip solution with your polygel, the thing that you can use for slip solution is isopropyl alcohol. So I know isopropyl alcohol, but don't even get me started. I know it's hard to find. I know it is, okay? I know it's hard to find, but you know, you can also use base coat, okay? The Gershon kit does come with, let me back it up for you. The Gershon kit does come with base coat. So if you're not able to get your hands on isopropyl alcohol and you have the base coat that is in the kit, you can use the base coat to paint it over your nail when you have the polygel on it, and use the brush in your kit to be able to form the nail into place, okay? So, but I will tell you that you do need the base coat first off, because you need it to be able to, once you file and you prep your nails, you need to be able to paint on a thin layer of base coat and cure for around 30 to 45 seconds, because you need something that the polygel needs to stick to. Okay, and before you put on the base coat, I'm sorry, you need primer. You need a primer, and I'm going to suggest that you go with a acid-free primer like Young Nails Protein Bond, and pick up, if you haven't seen my other videos, you've seen this little pink nail polish thing everywhere, but if you haven't, I'm telling you now, pick up a nail polish holder for your Protein Bond or your primer, because it will keep you from spilling this stuff, because this stuff, trust me when I tell you, is liquid gold, because it's too expensive, and I want you to save your money, and I don't want you wasting your money, okay? All right, so you need base coat, you need primer in order to use with the polygel. We are going to do some polygel nails in another video, but this video is strictly to show you all the materials and that you need. If you cannot get your hands on, a polygel brush, or maybe you order a kit off of the internet and it doesn't come with a brush, a secondary brush that I'm gonna highly suggest that you use is the Simply Simmons brush. It's the number 6 brush that are at Michael's, okay? These are the Filbert number 6 Simply Simmons brush. This works very good in not only for hard gel and that, but also to pat your polygel into place. So I've had very good success with using these brushes and that as well. So just in case it doesn't come with one in a kit, you're not completely butt out, okay? I'm helping you out, helping the peoples be able to help them determine what it is that they need in order to get the enhancement that you've always wanted. Now, this is a bonus before I go into anything else, but if you can find or grab yourself a brush holder, you will thank me for it later. And the reason that is because polygel is sticky, okay? Polygel is sticky, and if you just leave your brush, it's going to attach to stuff. Everything is going to be sticky. You're going to have to wipe everything down with alcohol. I personally like having a brush holder so I can put the brush in here and it will hold it without it rolling around and sticking to everything on said desk. Okay. All right, hold on, I'm looking for one last thing in these drawers, because I just realized that I didn't show you all what the dual forms in that look like. Okay, all right, so that's the brush holder in that, but I'm gonna show you what dual forms actually look like. Okay, dual forms almost, don't forgive this because I've had it squashed in my drawer, okay, but they pretty much look like nail tips. But the thing about these is that you're able to squeeze the polygel in here, you form it with your brush, and then you're able to put it on your nail and cure it. Now, I don't like these ones, because if you're looking at these from the side, these suckers are talons. You know, I'm not trying to be like, you know, I'm not trying to have eagle claws, you know, but if that's your thing, that's your thing. We're not here to judge. We're not here to judge. You know, you might like them where you know, you sharp, you out here, you claw, you got this, that's your thing. But these are dual forms, and these, as you see, they're quite flexible. They can be popped off the nail after being cured, and they are reusable. But to give you an idea of how big the Gershon polygel is next to what other kits give you, on the left is your Gershon, and on the right is just another Acrogel system that I have. These are the 15 ml jars, and these are 30. So in the Gershon kit, you get 6 of these that are double the size of what normally comes in a kit. Okay, I just personally like Gershon. I've had success with it. It stays on, and when something works for me, I don't tend to too much vary from it. The next thing you are going to need, I talked about your isopropyl alcohol, but let me tell you what you're also going to need this isopropyl alcohol for. Okay, you're going to also need some type of wipes, and I personally just use the Scott shop towels that you can find for about $2 or $3 a roll at Walmart or wherever, and I cut them down into these squares because polygel, once it cures and the lamp, leans behind a sticky layer or inhibition layer that it can be called, and all that is uncured gel, and you will think that it is not ready. Something happened, and why isn't it hardening? It's not hardening because it left this inhibition layer, which is this uncured product, and you need a wipe with some alcohol on it to wipe off that inhibition layer, okay? And then once you do that, you'll see that your polygel is hard as a rock, pretty much, okay? Now, you need to be warned about polygel. Polygel is a file off product. It is not a soak off product. So it is it's a lot more user friendly, but if you put it on your hands, buyer be warned that you're gonna have to file that junk off your hands, because it is, you can soak it off, but you can't soak it off until you get it really thin, honey. And I'm telling you, that's gonna be a lot of hand filing, or you hope to God you got an electric file somewhere. You're gonna be filing for days and days and days. Alrighty, okay, moving right along so that you all know exactly what it is that you need. I personally like using acetone, and because when I'm going ahead and I'm prepping my nail, I like to use isopropyl alcohol. Once I've filed my nails, I wipe the dust off, I go ahead and put a coat of protein bond, which you need to let dry. Gel and polygel does not like to really stick to stuff that's wet, so you need to let that fully dry. But once you've wiped it alcohol, you wiped it acetone, you put on your coat of protein bond and let it dry, then you can go ahead and put in your base coat, cure that in the lamp, and then go ahead and put your polygel on. But we're going to do some of those videos later. I'm just letting you know that these are products that you need if you are deciding to use polygel. You are going to need a manicure brush, because if you're going to file, and let's be clear, you need files, okay? These are the Beauty Secrets files that you can find at Sally Beauty Supply. They're about $1 a piece. They're the 100/180 grit. If you don't know, the 100 grit, the lower the grit of the file means the rougher the file is, okay? So if you have a 100 grit file, it is a much rougher file than the 180 side. When you are prepping your nail, you are going to have to file off the waxy substance that actually grows up on the nail plate, and the way you want to do the grit you want to use is the 180 grit in order to do that. It helps to have a cuticle pusher before you do that. I find these on AliExpress, Amazon, eBay, relatively inexpensive for, I don't know, $1 to $3, and use this to push back very gently the skin on your nails before you go ahead, and then you use the file to be able, if you're going to hand file, to file up the waxy substance that's on the bottom of your nails, because if you don't, that is why your nails will pop off. Pop, 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 like popcorn. Yes, that sucker will pop off like popcorn, and you'll be like, why is this not staying on? Something is wrong. Why is this not working? And it's not working because you didn't file off all the waxy stuff that grows up on your nails, okay? You got to file all of that off. All right, and if you decide not to use a hand file, you may decide into using an e-file, okay? This is the Cyan K38. You don't need anything this expensive, okay? But this is just an electronic file. People call them nail drills, but it is an e-file so that you have the proper terminology. Another inexpensive one that I have is the AZ Go-Go. This, I don't know, this one goes for about $60. Actually, this is very good. It doesn't have much vibration in the handpiece. I don't have too many complaints about it, but I am privy to my Cyan because it has virtually almost no vibration in the handpiece. Okay, and usually there are a set of drill bits, but we'll go over drill bits in another video, because I'm telling you, that is a rabbit hole in itself that you can go down. And if you're going to do polygel nails, you have to decide, how do you want these nails to stick on? And so you have a couple of different ways that you can use to build your enhancement. You can either use nail forms, okay, which these look at the nail hub. Liz on the nail hub has some awesome videos on nail forms and nail form placement. I'll deal with those on my channel on another day, but until we can get to those, nail forms are a great option if you're learning to start and you want to learn how to sculpt nails and be able to sculpt the length, a certain shape. That's just actually what I started off with, but you can also choose nail tips. Now, some actually really, really good nail tips that I like to use are by the brand Macart. Okay, Macart has all kind of nail tips. So if you are into straight, you are into XL, you are into, they got a slight curve, a huge curve, whatever it is. If you want a full cover or half cover or whatnot tip, you can find it with the Macart brand that is on Amazon. And my God, who doesn't want to have Prime, especially when everybody is backed up on shipping nowadays? Anywho, all right, so we got nail tips or nail forms that you need to choose, and you can, I would tell you, spend a couple bucks and try each one and see which one that that you actually like. I personally like to sculpt, and I like forms because to me they're faster than tips. I don't have to worry about sizing tips. I don't have to worry about fitting them. I don't have to worry about dropping my box. I keep them for practice and some other things, but I just like sculpting because no matter what I'm doing, I have half of my nails right here, a couple of them that are broke. I was able to sculpt them and they're the same size and shape as the rest of the other nails. So we're continuing right along. Okay, we talked about files. Now the next thing the few things that we are going to talk about are buffers. You are going to need a buffer for when you are finished with, after you wiped off the inhibition layer, the little tacky layer, you've gotten the perfect little nail that you want, and you've filed it down in the shape. Now you need to buff it. Okay, so here is a standard buffer that you can find at Sally's for about $1. Okay, I'm introducing you to a few things just in case you are a nail tech and you're watching this and you're just like, hey, maybe she has some information that I did not know about. But these are the Pro Sticks. These are the Pro Sticks system that they are reusable, sanitizable system where you can attach and detach. This is a 180 buffer that I like to use from them. Oh, something I guess I can show you is the Pro Sticks file system that lets you be able to attach and detach files. And they got, I think this is the 80 grit zebra. These are only okay to me for the file system because they have a little bit more flex in them. You're a nail tech, you already know. You don't want to have a flex if you want to get a sharp, crisp shape. I also have some metal file boards that I like, but I'm going to tell you the truth be told, my favorite files actually come from Tammy Taylor. These are the Tammy Taylor peel and stick files, and they are expensive because about 50 of these will cost you about $75. But they're my favorite. They don't flex. As you see, that board is not flexing. They are my favorite and I like them. So, and I like stuff. And when I like stuff, I just buy it. Okay? All right. So hopefully that helps you out. So that is what we have for Polygel nails. And you also probably want to buy, if you can, a cheap and expensive spray bottle from Walmart. These are $1. I just put alcohol in them. It's a lot easier for me to spray my nails and then use my wipes to wipe off my hand than trying to use this big monstrosity of an alcohol bottle when you are trying to speed through your nails or trying to learn how to do your nails. Another option that if you don't want to buy isopropyl alcohol and acetone, you can buy Young Nail Swipe. Okay, you can find this on Amazon. I'll make sure to link it below for you. But I haven't had any problems with isopropyl alcohol and acetone as my dehydrator and my primer. I have been a happy camper. Yes, I have been. Nevertheless, hopefully you learned a few things. Oh my God, I forgot the most important thing. I did this on my last video. Okay, you need a UV LED lamp, okay, or CFL LED lamp, okay, because this is what you need in order to cure the polygel. Without this, that polygel is going to stay soft as a baby's bottom. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, yes it will. So get you a UV LED lamp because you need this to cure, because without it, it is not going to harden on your nail. You're going to do a lot of curing if you decide that you are going to do polygel nails. So please invest in a decent UV LED lamp. This is the one that's Sun UV. I'll link it below in the cards. I did purchase this one from Amazon. Has worked absolutely wonderfully for me. Last but not least, dust collector. And we're almost finished here because I know this video is long, but these range about $35. You're going to have a lot of fine dust that comes off of the polygel that will be everywhere. Get yourself, invest in one of these for your health so that you're not breathing in all of that dust, okay? These are $35. Go grab yourself. I'll link it below in the cards for Amazon. Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, I have gone through all of the things that you need. And if you haven't seen my series, there's one for acrylic, there's one for hard gel, and there's one for polygel. So you get a nail enhancement, you get a nail enhancement, you get a nail enhancement. Nevertheless, hit like and subscribe. And you know what I'm about to say, ladies and gentlemen, come back and join me, because guess what? Life is too short to wear boring nails. And we're out.